So, another country, day 69, and we are in Bali, aren't we, Deb?
We are. We're in Bali. We're on the coast in a place called Seminyak, and we thought we would take you on a little walk.
Yes.
True to form, as we usually do, and show you a little bit of the beachfront and maybe some in the town.
Yeah, let's go and have a walk around. Why not come along with us?
So this is the start of our sort of beach walk, isn't it?
Yes.
Quite a long stretch of beach in Semenyak, and has this nice paved walkway, which is very handy.
It's nice to have a nice boardwalk, actually. One of the things we love,
Yes.
as we travel around, is a decent boardwalk, which we fell in love with in Spain.
We did.
As you can see, people don't really care about rules here. You can be walking along, same as Vietnam, and all of a sudden a motorbike comes at you on the footpath.
Yeah. It's not overly busy at the moment here, is it?
No, we're not in the
Peak
best season, are we?
No, we're not in the summer here. This is technically the rainy season. And it's quite windy today.
Yeah, it's very windy.
Yeah. Hope the mics are not too bad for you guys. But you can see the wind blowing the umbrellas there.
As you can see, it is stunning.
Yeah, I'd say this is, from what we've seen so far, this is a big surfing heaven, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. There seems to be a lot of Australians here. Seems to be high on the Australian front rather than any other nationality.
Yeah. And there's surf lessons that you can sign up to, which is very popular here. We've walked along this beach many a day, and there's usually, most days, there's surf lessons going on, isn't there?
Yeah, we might see some today. We'll see what goes on. But yeah, so far there's been surf lessons nearly every day.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool. So as you can see, there's plenty of bars along here.
Yeah.
This seems to be the posher end though, doesn't it?
This is definitely the more upmarket end. You'll see shortly we'll walk into what's probably the more traditional way of life in Bali.
And how it probably was 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah, it probably was like that all along this section. But in more recent times, obviously the big boys have landed.
Yes.
And built the proper resorts and big restaurants. But I really like the locals' little shacks. They're quite cute. And some of the signs they have here as well is just show they've got a sense of humour.
Oh, massive sense of humour. I mean, here we've got something on there, which is quite funny.
It's a very laid-back feel as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Here?
Oh, they are so laid back, it's frightening. I thought I was laid back. But you find that in Southeast Asia in general, don't you?
I think that's been our experience, hasn't it, so far?
Yeah. There we go, happy hour.
2-for-1 cocktails,
Yeah.
all day, every day.
Yeah. I must admit.
Happy hour, that's happy days.
Yeah. I must admit, coming from the West, coming from the UK, this part of the world is very cheap, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
But it's not as cheap. I will say. I will say it's not as cheap as a lot of YouTubers say, and maybe that's because we're not living in hostels and going to the cheapest places. Before we came, and one of the reasons we came is to see how cheap you could live out here. And although it is cheap, I'm not saying it isn't, but it's not. You can live on £600 a month and stuff like that. I mean, I haven't seen proof of that. Have you, Deb?
Well, not like comfortably.
No.
I don't think you'd have a great life with it.
No, I think you'd have a
great
horrible life.
accommodation. Yeah, you wouldn't have great accommodation, etc.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, realistically, what would you say you need out here to live a reasonable life?
oh. Well, I suppose to have an apartment where you've got a kitchen and you're looking at least a bare minimum of £500 a month, I'd say. British pounds. Minimum, absolute minimum.
That's
and that would be getting a
very
bargain.
essential, yeah.
Yeah.
Up to probably 1,000 to 1,500 a month.
I'd say that's more realistic to get, you know, maybe like a 2-bedroom. They call them villas, don't they? But they're actually, I would call them apartments.
Well, we say 1,000 to, we're talking dollars here really, aren't we? US dollars.
Oh, right. Yeah, so 1,000, 1,500.
Yeah.
And then your food every day. I mean, we tend to, realistically, just eat once a day, don't we? Like one main meal a day.
Yeah, probably have a snack, a couple of drinks.
Yeah, but we don't go mad. But I'd say we're spending, anything between 50 and 80 pounds a day.
Yeah, I would say
More
that.
dollars.
Yeah, I would say anywhere between $50 and $100 a day.
Yes, I think so.
And that's living comfortably. That's not being extravagant.
But that is only having one main meal a day.
Yeah, and a few drinks. So I can't see where these guys are getting these figures from when they say you can live out here for £1,000 a month or whatever.
Well, I suppose if you're doing a house share or something, and
Cooking.
that would be the only way.
Yeah. As you can see, there's loads of bars,
Yeah.
nice bars.
And this is a surprisingly long walk as well,
Hello.
isn't it? Hello. Along here.
Yeah, yeah. You can walk for a long, long way, which is nice. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, well, again, all the locals always say hello to you.
So, as a woman, Deb, would you say you would be comfortable coming here on your own? Would you feel safe? Would you feel comfortable?
Well, we have seen women on their own here, quite a few. I think of all the places we've been to in Southeast Asia, I've seen more single women here than anywhere else.
Yeah.
So that obviously sends out a signal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I suppose it's like anywhere. I probably would consider coming here on my own, but there's certain things and behaviours I would do. Like I wouldn't probably walk along here at night on my own, because it gets very quiet down here at night, doesn't it? Because we regularly walk it.
And there seems to be lots of men.
Yes, the local men, which I'm sure are absolutely fine.
Yeah, but there's crowds of them, isn't there?
Yeah, they're in
Groups.
big groups, and I think as a single woman, I just wouldn't feel comfortable with that. So,
Okay.
but I think going out and about during the day, yeah, definitely. And we've got the Grab app here as well, which is the local cheap taxis,
Yes.
and you can jump in with them and go anywhere. So.
Oh, and it's £1 or £2 at the most, isn't
So
it?
even if I was on my own and I wanted to go for dinner in town somewhere, and I didn't want to walk because it's night time, I would just get a Grab.
Do you think it's the sort of place, coming here on your own, that you would want to spend a lot of time here though? But,
Well, at
what
my
I mean
age,
what I mean is that what is there to do here?
Yeah, I was just
as
about
a
to
single
say,
person.
At my age, there's not a lot to do here. If you're a young person mad about surfing, I get it, because you can spend
Or you're
hours.
coming here to date and try and find partners, because there's obviously, you can go anywhere.
Singles,
You can go anywhere and find a lifestyle for that. But if you were just coming to relax and chill, could you stay here long as a single person?
I wouldn't have thought so. It doesn't seem to be a lot here, to be honest. Like I said, other than the beach, the surfing, which I'm too old to be picking up surfing now.
I don't think my joints could handle it.
No.
When they jump on those boards.
And to be honest, you'll see shortly when we take you into the town, the streets are quite busy with traffic, and the pathways to walk on are quite small. And you're dodging people all the time. It's not a pleasant stroll around the shop, shall we say. And there's so many of them.
The competition is very fierce here, isn't it? For, to earn a living off of us tourists.
Yes, it is. We talk about this often, don't we? About how do they survive? How do a lot of these businesses survive?
Excuse me.
But like we said, this is not peak season. So who knows, walking along here in peak season might be completely different. As you can see now, it's very quiet.
Yeah.
Very, very quiet.
Yeah, lots of sunbeds. I mean, on average, what are they? £5 for a couple?
Yeah, £5 for 2 beds and an umbrella for the day, which is very reasonable. Again, though, lots of, you know, bars and restaurants, but no one in them.
Yeah. So it might be because of the season we're here.
Yeah.
But as you know, we like to be honest and we like to show you the raw and show you the truth rather than what I'm finding with a lot of channels. And I'm not trying to dish anyone, I'm just saying it as it is. Before I came out to Southeast Asia and before we started doing our channel, it came across and it was sold a lot more exciting than it is. And that's the truth.
Well, I suppose, yeah, a lot of channels they're just trying to show you the best bits, aren't they?
Yes.
Which is always lovely to see the best bits. But we like to do what we're doing now, walk and talk, you know? Just show you exactly what it is and how it is.
And that's not us moaning,
no.
To be honest with you, it's just us being honest. And there's some amazing times from doing this, and we're really enjoying it. But it's not what it's sold out to be, to me anyway.
I think for you, Patrick, more
yes.
is you in your head you've had this image of, you know, these tropical destinations,
which were magnificent.
Yeah.
You see them on telly, you see them on YouTube, you know, and they're just wow factor.
Yeah, they look spectacular. Which I'm sure there are some, you know, 5-star resorts.
Certain little locations, yeah.
Yeah, but if you step outside the resort.
Exactly.
And you can't change
when you do it our way.
The surroundings, like once you go out of that, you know, really nice fancy resort, the local bars are still the local bars and the beach is still the beach. And,
exactly.
Which is lovely, don't get me wrong, like Patrick said, we love it. Look up on the top of that building there, can you see it?
No, not yet.
Let's try and show you
Hold on,
it.
I'm just going to move the camera. No, you can't really see it with this, which is mad because it looks massive to us.
It's spectacular.
Let me just try and zoom in. That's it.
I mean,
now I've gone too far.
Along this beach, we come across these statues every now and then, don't we?
Yeah.
And they're traditional statues, and they're just absolutely stunning. That's one thing I do like about Bali, is when you come across them, their sculptures are gorgeous.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I mean, hopefully Debbie can sort that out in the editing. The one thing with these cameras that we're using a Pocket 3, and everyone says how brilliant they are, and they are brilliant. But one thing I will say is that because it's got a fixed point, it will just go where it wants to go. So sometimes our filming isn't as good because we're not professionals.
No, and we don't claim to be either.
No.
For that, for instance, you just expect if you had a phone, for instance, you just tilt your phone up to the sky and it would follow. But because these are so clever, these cameras,
they're brilliant.
They go to, like Patrick said, a fixed point, and they don't tend to deviate from that. It's obviously to give us smoother filming, I suppose.
Yeah, so when we're walking along, it's not jarring about and all the rest of it. And it is magnificent, but at times you'll have to bear with me. It's like when Debbie says, "Oh, can you just look at that?" And no, hold on a second.
I like to challenge him, that's what it is. It's always good to challenge, stretch people.
Yeah.
So this is where most of the local little huts are, isn't it?
Yes.
Which I would say was probably the original Bali. And the coconuts. I don't think I've ever seen coconuts so big.
But
in my life.
again, it's not on screen. You'll have to bear with us because it's going mainly to the sea. So let's get back in focus. That's where we are. Hello.
Hello. Good, thank you.
Yeah, for some reason it's got a mind of its own today, and it's not going where we're pointing it. Oh well, it'll be what it'll be.
Yeah, I think you've still got a good enough view of where we're walking, all
Yeah.
the local guys here.
Exactly.
Lots of dogs as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there are lots of dogs. Well, we found that in most of these countries that we've travelled through, that there are lots of dogs. I mean, we've seen puppies on the beach,
Yeah.
just sitting there, and then people going up and, I don't know, they seem to disappear over the next few days, don't they? Where
Yeah.
maybe someone comes along and buys them. No, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed in Bali is you get asked multiple times, do you want a bed? Do you want to drink? Do you want to have a seat? So you will politely, with a smile, be saying, no thank you, quite a lot.
And
in Bali.
on about that with a smile and bartering. As
Yeah.
long as you carry on smiling, it works really well. So don't just take the price, is what they're always offering you. You can barter with them, and as long as you've got a smile on your face and you're being playful,
Yes.
they're cool with it.
Yeah. They seem to enjoy it, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, they are lovely people. And again, everywhere we've been in Southeast Asia, I mean, the people have been amazing, and Bali are no different. They are Indonesian is the main language
Yes.
within the country, and they are very friendly, very entrepreneurial.
And their English is absolutely excellent
Yes.
in Bali. Oh, well, in this part of Bali anyway.
Yeah. So we're just walking along here now, and as you can see, there the music's on, the beers are being poured. People are sitting on their sunbeds. There's not many out today, to be fair.
No.
I haven't seen any surfers really. There's a couple, but nothing like we've seen, is there?
No. But yes, we have seen them quite regularly.
So you've got here surf lessons, and it's
Oh, you
all
get-
along here.
Pies a pasty sausage roll there.
The Aussie Bakehouse. It's big on Aussie. I presume it's because being so close to Australia, I believe that a lot of Australians holiday here. So they think we're Australian at times, don't they?
Again, everybody wants to be on camera.
Yeah. Which is nice.
Yeah.
So someone's just expanding their little empire there, which is quite cool.
Doing a nice job by the
Yeah.
looks of it.
Building it out. I love to see all that, being a carpenter by trade originally.
Dogs chilling in the sun.
Yeah. Surfboards everywhere, as normal.
Yeah.
It's got a sign there, and this is what Debbie was on about, the humour of the Balizians. We have beer as cold as your ex-girlfriend's heart. I mean, there's little signs like that everywhere. Yeah,
And this one, look.
yeah, this one here, men to the left because women are always right. Let's get ready to stumble. It's very, very good, very funny. If you look There's quite a few hotels with swimming pools and everything just across the road from the beach.
Yeah.
So there's all that as well, where you could probably go in and try out their restaurants as well, couldn't you?
Yeah. We haven't been in any of the actual resorts, have we? Because there's so many other
You don't get
bars and
time, do you?
restaurants to eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't run out of places to eat at all. There's so many.
So
It's one of our favourites. We've been in there a few times.
yeah. Again, on the beachfront, but still very good value for money. As you can see the Australian flag there.
And boxing
Big on
kangaroo.
Australia. And a boxing kangaroo, yeah. Hello. I'm fine, thank you. So again, rows and rows of surfboards. But sadly, it looks a bit rough out there to be teaching anyone today.
It does today. It's very windy today, as I said earlier.
As you can see, this goes on for miles and miles, actually.
It does.
Which we actually love, because it's lovely to take a walk, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just stop off, have a couple of drinks along the way, chill.
Yeah.
And that's really what Bali seems to be for us at the moment, is somewhere where you just have a wander, enjoy the beach, and stop off and have a beer now and again, soft drink.
Yeah.
And then in the evenings, it's going out for a bite to eat, really, isn't it? I would say that's the social here for us.
Yeah, and I think what we found as well is there's night time. There's quite a few of the bigger restaurants and bars. They have live music almost every night.
Yeah.
And there's a few sports bars here as well.
And to be fair, some of them have been very good, haven't they?
Yeah,
The singers.
The singers, yeah, they have.
I mean, we were in Vietnam for a while, and sadly, I'm sorry if you're Korean, but there's a lot of karaoke Korean singers out there, and they scared the life out of us. So we haven't heard too much of that here, the karaoke's.
No, it's been more, professional singers, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, a couple of people with a guitar and just singing nice melodies and stuff.
Yeah, it's very nice. And some of the beach bars as well, when it's been a good weather evening, some of them have some entertainment as well, don't they?
Yeah, they have DJs, discos, that sort of thing, don't they?
Yeah. See, here's some more of the beautiful statues. And over to the left there is what I believe, because we were asking, weren't we, is a local blessing, praying shrine type place, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're all made out of this black stone.
Which is volcanic.
And yeah, the lady local lady was telling us it's volcanic stone, and it's very expensive to get. But you see it sort of popped up all over the place, really, don't you?
Yeah, people will have a shrine on their estate, on their land, so it might be a hotel or a villa or whatever.
Yeah.
And they will tithe, I presume, spend money on blessing their land and their businesses and themselves by building these shrines.
Yeah.
I mean,
Somebody now look, giving offerings, and it's very common to see.
we don't know that much about it.
No,
so,
we don't. And
do comment if you know more about it than us.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you'd like to know the full facts on that.
And another thing about the country and locals, and this is a Thursday today, I believe.
Yeah.
And the same lady we were talking to was telling us that every Thursday, the locals wear their traditional dress.
Well, government insists on it.
Yeah, and it's government led. So that's really interesting.
Pardon?
Vlog with me, sir.
Blog with you?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you want to say?
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
filming.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Jakarta, sir. Jakarta, the capital city, Indonesia.
Indonesia. All right, cool. So how long have you been in Bali?
In Bali, 2 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
Enjoy your life, sir.
So,
So
what
what-
do you do for
What do
money
you guys
here?
do here?
Oh, I'm to the project. I make it something and selling something to the project.
Ah,
Okay,
cool. Okay, so
okay.
very entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
Is it better here? You prefer it in Bali?
Not every day in here, sir.
Not every day.
Every day.
You travel
Yeah.
around?
So where do you?
Oh, wow.
Oh, right. Oh, cool.
Okay.
The Uluwatu. Are you from Aussie?
No.
No,
From where?
we're from the United Kingdom,
United
England.
Okay, London.
Yeah.
From
Near London.
Central Sea, sir.
Yeah.
Central Sea?
Where?
You know Central Sea?
No.
100 meters, sir. SOS. River.
No.
We're too old.
We're too old.
Too old. That's US. We are England.
Oh, UK.
England,
Sorry,
yeah.
I hear like yes.
Yeah.
UK. British, is it?
Yes.
Goa.
British.
Yeah. Water.
Goa.
Don't taste like water.
Are you? Just you in here just holiday?
Yes.
Yes.
Every day just honeymoon?
Yeah. Yeah. You can't blame me.
Yes, okay, sir. Thank you.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Oh, lovely. Couple of local Indonesian guys.
Saw the camera, wanted to say hello. That is so lovely. What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about the traditional dress, weren't we? Yeah,
Yes.
so every Thursday the government, if you're a frontline worker, apparently, isn't it? Like in the restaurants and hotels and that,
Yeah.
you have to wear the traditional dress, which is absolutely beautiful. And I love that the country is sticking to its culture. It's not being allowed to die off. I really love that.
Yeah, and like Debbie said, it is stunning to see, and it's a beautiful tradition that is obviously upheld by the government.
Yeah.
And there was another day that they do it as well, and I can't remember what
It
that
was a full moon.
Full
Whenever
moon.
there's a
Whenever
full
there's a
moon.
full moon, that's it. So whenever there's a full moon, they'll wear it, and every Thursday.
Yeah.
So. One thing I will say, I think there's a lot of locals that want to be pop stars.
They do like to have a sing.
Everyone's got a guitar and likes to sing song. Especially when they've had a couple.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they do sound better than us Brits after we've had a couple having a sing song. But you will get, as a Brit, a lot of people literally shouting out, "Good day, mate," and stuff like that, thinking that you're Australian
Yeah.
when you're not.
Yeah, it makes me question how many British people actually come to Bali,
Yeah.
because we haven't seen any yet, have we? I don't think.
No, if you're from the UK or Europe, or Ireland, we would love to hear from you and comment to see if you've been to Bali and what were your thoughts on Bali, and what did you love about it?
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe. That really helps the channel.
Yeah, yeah, we got a guy here having a good sing song. Living life.
As they say, living their best life,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, it's definitely too rough. All saying that, there's lots of people down the far end of the beach on the surfboards, so maybe we'll see some people out there.
Oh, I think the dedicated surfers will definitely still be out.
Yeah, I was just wondering whether the learners, whether it's too rough for.
Yeah, possibly. They
The
have to
people
consider
teaching.
safety, don't they?
Yeah. And one thing I do love about this part of the world, than Britain, is even when it's not the greatest day, it can be a bit overcast. It can even rain here. And Debbie and I were talking about this last night. It's not painful. In the UK, you'll know the driving rain and it's cold and it hits you and it hurts as it hits you.
Oh, it stings your
Yes.
face, doesn't it? The British way.
Yes.
Because it's so cold.
So even on a bad day, this is
It's still a good day.
is still a good day.
Oh, I think it might be time to stop and have a drink in a minute.
Yeah, not a bad shout.
So stopping for a little drink on the beach actually turned into a bit of a snack as well, didn't it?
Oh, it was lovely. I had fajitas.
And I just had a little salad, and it was very nice actually. So now we thought we would take you into town and show you some of the shops and the things that they sell here in Bali.
Yeah, let's go and have a wander. Come and join us. The one thing we do find here is that there's a lot of timeshare going on, and they're trying to sell you timeshare, and every single one of them turns around and says to you, "I'm not selling you anything," but they are.
Yeah,
they're selling.
And you can spot them a mile away because they've got the little postcards, haven't they?
Yeah, they got the little postcards, and the first thing they say is, "I'm not selling you anything." Right. As you can see, the electricians are working here. Health and safety, love it. Being from the construction industry, it is amazing, but life just goes on. And as you can see, there's just rows and rows and rows and rows of shops. Again, rows and rows of shops. Lots of little enterprises.
Yeah, there's lots of spa shops here,
Yeah.
and it definitely seems the place to come for a tattoo, Bali.
Yeah, there seems lots of tattoo
I've
parlours.
seen umpteen
Yeah.
tattoo parlours.
Lots of shops. I mean, the competition is mad. How they make any money. One of the things Debbie and I comment on here is how they make a living. Hello. Hello.
Friendly as ever.
And so what's the name of your bar?
BBS.
BB's. Ah,
Thank you.
and you.
Yeah, the competition is just fierce, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I would say, in this particular place, there must be thousands of these shops. Not hundreds, thousands.
Oh, it's street after street after street, isn't it?
Yeah. You can see all the bikes, everyone parked up. Again, like most places in Southeast Asia, mopeds seem to be the main form of transport.
Definitely.
Silver, lots of silver here. Silver jewellery shops. And you can see how tight the footpaths are.
They're so narrow.
It's absolute madness. And they even have a shop called the Honest Money Changer.
Yes, yes, I like that one.
I mean, you don't have to walk that far, and someone is offering you a taxi or a ride on the bike or something.
Yeah, there's some oil they sell here as well, isn't there?
Yeah. This is a restaurant we did go to last night. It's very good. Santorini Greek restaurant.
Greek restaurant.
It's very nice.
Love it in there.
Yeah, and the proprietors are Greek.
Always busy.
Yeah, so the food is excellent. The people are very nice. Highly recommend it. And again, you know, they haven't asked us to say that. We're doing that off our own back because we like to share.
Yeah, share our good experiences.
Right, we have to cross the road because there's a car on the footpath and we can't get past. One thing we have, which is funny, I don't know if I've mentioned it already, we'll be walking along the footpath and all of a sudden a bike comes along. Or you'll be walking slightly in the road and you think it's a one way and then a bike will be coming the wrong way. Like that.
Again, rules? What rules?
Yeah. Another happy dog in the middle of the road, the middle of the footpath. Just chilling. What's the time at the moment, Deb?
It is 10 to 2 in the afternoon.
So 10 to 2 at the moment. So to be fair, it's quite quiet because we're kind of after lunch and before dinner. So people are usually at the pool or down the beach. But as you can see, there's still lots of bikes.
So that was our little trip around Seminyak along the beach and quickly into town, just to give you a little taster of if you wanted to come to Semenyak in Bali, what it looks like. Stick with us because our next video will still be in Bali and hopefully we'll have some other new things to show you. So for now, we've just arrived back at our apartment, so I've jumped out on the balcony just to sort of wrap the video up really and just say, for now we'll say goodbye and we will see you again very soon. Take care.